SugarCity MorningShow.
Buenos días todos y bienvenidos a esta edición del Sugar City Morning Show. Hoy es el 25 de junio y son exactamente las 7:02. Muy buenos días. Ojalá y se encuentren bien. Y pues mi deseo es para que todo vaya bien en sus hogares, en sus lugares de trabajo. Desearles todo lo mejor para el día de hoy, desde muy temprano por la mañana. Gracias por el privilegio de poder entrar a sus hogares. Gracias por el privilegio de permitirnos entrar a sus hogares. Buenos días de nuevo, si nos acabas de sintonizar, las 7:03 ahora. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, canal 10, aquí en la calle San Lorenzo, y estamos transmitiendo por aire, por cable y por internet. Por internet es fácil, simplemente estamos transmitiendo por Facebook. Para la gran cantidad de gente que prefiere hacer todo por Facebook estos días, claro que sí, ahí estamos en vivo y lo puedes ver atrasado a la hora que tú quieras. También estamos transmitiendo por cable, lo que indica que nuestra señal está montado en la red de proveedores de cable para el país, y eso indica que pues nos ven desde Corozal hasta Punta Gorda. Tomo tiempo aparte para saludar a toda la gente que nos ve aquí en Orange Rock y también saludar a la gente que nos ve en los otros distritos, especialmente en Corozal y en el distrito del Cayo. Good morning, buenos días. Siempre un gran gusto saber, o cuando nos dicen, vamos a un lado y dicen, hey, te vi en televisión tal día, me gustó tu programa. Eso nos da aliento, claro que sí. Muchas gracias por eso. También estamos, transmitiendo por aire. Si ven esa torre monumental al lado cuando pasan, es porque eso transmite la señal de televisión a aquellas personas que optan no tener cable o donde cable no es disponible. Recuerden una cosa, que hay ciertas áreas donde no hay cable y la única estación de televisión que se ve es nuestra estación, Canal 10. Así que muchas gracias por a todas las personas que nos ven en esas áreas, y estamos muy conscientes de eso, y le agradecemos la audiencia. Compañeros, como siempre, vamos a empezar nuestro programa con una oración. Hoy sucedió el milagro de que abrimos los ojos. Hoy sucedió el milagro de que nos levantamos y estamos vivos, respiramos, caminamos, comimos, y por esa capacidad, hasta cierto punto, por ese lujo de poder hacer eso, porque muchas personas no lo pueden hacer, debemos de darle gracias a nuestro Creador, al Señor del universo. Como siempre digo, esta oración no es católica, no me vas a estar escuchando, no me vas a escuchar hablar del Espíritu Santo y de los santos y de todo eso. No me vas a escuchar hablar de eso. Esto es una oración universal que todos puedan entender, no importa la religión, todas puedan apreciar, no importa la religión. Esta oración es universal para católicos, evangélicos, para testigos, para judíos, por decir, y por musulmanes también. Es más, reconociendo un ser superior. Un ser superior. No le tienes que poner cara a este ser superior. Simplemente tienes que reconocer de que es un poder fuerte, que es el creador, el diseñador del universo. El que le da propósito, el que creó a este mundo y que le da propósito a la vida. Y le pone orden a la vida. Pues si no él, ¿quién? Si te pones a pensar. Tuvo que haber alguien, porque si no hay este propósito y este orden, entonces, ¿para qué estamos aquí? Hello. Simplemente girando como tontos, esperando morir un día. Entonces, todo el sentido de moralidad que se nos impone no es cierto. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Pues es difícil concebir eso como una realidad. Así que es más fácil entender de que un espíritu lo creó y este espíritu lo hizo porque nos ama, nos quiere. Esa es una evolución de tu fe. Eso es porque no llegas a ese punto inmediatamente, enteramente. Primero te cuesta creerlo. Pero ya luego lo vas creyendo y vas teniendo más de esa cosa preciosa que se llama fe, entonces tu fe va evolucionando. Y como va evolucionando, tus actitudes, tus disposiciones, todo va cambiando y va acomodándose a darte una perspectiva de que, ok, si Dios me ama, entonces hace todo por mi camino. Y Él me cuida y no quiere que nada malo me suceda. Eso es algo personal. Yo te invito a que te unas conmigo a decir, Padre, muchas gracias por todas las bendiciones, por la vida, la salud, las fuerzas para poder venir a chambear. Muchas gracias, Padre, por el bienestar que nos das. Muchas gracias por el gran amor que tienes para nosotros. Te pido que nos continúes amando. Y Padre, te pido que nos perdones y que nos ayudes hoy y siempre. En particular para aquellas personas que han perdido los seres queridos, quienes sean. Es difícil perder uno, es más difícil perder 4 o 5. Esas familias en Belice que perdieron 4 personas, es difícil. No obstante lo que hayan estado haciendo. Te pido, Padre, por los enfermos. Te pido, Padre, por los niños desamparados, por los viejitos abandonados. Y te pido también por todos nosotros. Nuestro problema más grande es nuestro orgullo, nuestro egoísmo. Yo creo que fácilmente es el problema más grande en el mundo. fusiles solos no pueden matar a nadie. Tiene que haber la energía de un individuo que jala. Permítanos, Padre, reconocer nuestro lugar en este mundo. De que no somos dioses. Jamás nunca. De que fuimos creados para servir un Dios. No para pretender ser dioses. Ayúdanos, Padre, a ser auténticamente humildes, haciendo tu voluntad, no la mía, no la nuestra, pero la tuya. Te bendecimos, Padre, te adoramos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Good morning, if you just joined us. It is 7:12, las 7:12. Aquel día hice mención de que cada que salgo de la casa tengo que tomar una decisión, si cierro las ventanas o no los cierro. Pues durante este mes de junio no he estado tomando chance. Así que, aunque no los cierro por decir completamente, pero sí los cierro hasta cierto punto, porque uno nunca sabe que muchas situaciones son tan volátiles, son tan, digamos, cambia tan rápido la situación que de una a la otra ya un rato está caliente el sol y al otro rato ya está cayendo la lluvia. Pero ahora, por eso vamos al General Weather Forecast, primero en inglés. This is the General Weather Forecast for today, Tuesday, the 25th of June. And it says a moderate easterly airflow continues to dominate our weather. The 24-hour forecast, mostly sunny skies today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers will be isolated except with a few more over southern areas tonight. The winds blowing from the east at 10 to 20 knots. The sea stayed moderate. Temperatures along the coast 88 as a high, 82 as a low. Inland, we're going all the way up to 95 degrees as a high and 75 degrees as a low. In the hills, 84 degrees as a high and 72 degrees as a low. There are no advisories in place. That's the outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Wednesday night. Some cloudy spells with a few showers or isolated thunderstorms, mostly over southern areas of the country. A low tide this morning at 10:33, a high tide this afternoon at 3:34, a second low tide at 10:39 tonight, and the second high tide tomorrow morning at 4:31. The sun rose this morning at 20 minutes after 5, and the sun is setting today at 6:30. The moon is setting at 12 minutes after 12, and the moon is rising tomorrow morning at 25 minutes before 1. That's tomorrow morning. Thank you, forecaster Michael Gentle. Buenos días. Este es el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, martes el 25 de junio. A propósito, si estás cumpliendo años, quiero felicitarte y desearte absolutamente todo lo mejor. Todo lo mejor. Vamos a ver rápidamente si es que tengo idea de quién está cumpliendo años. Hoy vamos a ver. Wow. Qué joder, aquí no veo nada. Extraño. Porque yo sé que cada día cumple años gente. Pero por una razón u otra no estoy viendo en... sí, aquí lo veo. Valdemir Cárdenas, Nartabo Rancharán, Eris Ramírez, Elisa Chin. Esas son las 4 o 5 personas que veo en mi página Facebook que cumplen años. Pero también habrán otras personas que lo pasen todo, porque hacen de lo mejor. Nuestros mejores deseos para ustedes. como dije, un flujo de aire algo moderado y proveniente del este continúa controlando nuestro clima. Es más, durante el verano tenemos un fuerte sistema de alta presión sentado en el Atlántico. Eso se llama el Bermuda High. Por lo general, eso sube, baja, se va más al este, se va al oeste, pero es casi permanente aquí en el Atlántico. Y es lo que controla, es tan grande y tan fuerte que controla el clima. Y el flujo del aire va alrededor de este sistema de alta presión y va según el reloj. Es más, como va el reloj, de izquierda a derecha. ¿Okay? Estamos aquí en el Caribe, en las franjas de ese sistema de alta presión, cuando proviene los vientos generalmente del este. Pues es lo que estamos bajo la influencia de este sistema que está controlando el clima. Entonces, para las siguientes 24 horas estaremos viendo cielos soleados durante el curso del día. Hoy, parcialmente nublado por las noches, chubascos aislados, con algunos otros, con el sur viendo un poquito más de lo que el resto del país estará viendo. También hay explicación por eso, porque las nubes se tienen que elevar, porque es área montañosa y tanto como se elevan, pues ya luego entonces tienen mucha carga y tienen que tumbar su carga para poder elevarse aún más. Los vientos del este 10 a 20 nudos, estado del mar moderado, temperaturas por la costa 88 como una máxima, 82 como una mínima, en el interior 95 como una temperatura alta y 75. Recuerden de que ese 95 es la temperatura actual. Cuando se trata de la temperatura feels like, se siente como, olvídalo, es por la cantidad de humedad que existe por lo general en esta área, fácilmente se sentirá como 100 o más grados, fácilmente. 75 como una mínima en el interior, pues no tan malo, porque aquel día estuvo 77 y era difícil poder dormir, aún con abanico. Por las colinas 84 como una máxima y 72 como una mínima. No hay advertencias en lugar todavía, pero recuerden que estamos en plena temporada de huracán y que tenemos que estar muy, muy, muy al tanto, especialmente con tanto calor que ha habido recientemente. Pero el área donde generalmente nacen los huracanes no está tan caliente en este momento. Todavía está, pues no está tan caliente. Para no entrar en problemas ahí. No está tan caliente. Pero como vayamos llegando julio, agosto, mamma mía, va a calentar tan de repente y vamos a ver actividad. Ojalá y no tengamos huracanes este año. Azotándonos. ¿Qué se espera mañana miércoles y miércoles por la noche? Periodos de nubosidad, con algunos chubascos y tormentas aisladas, más que nada sobre la porción sur del país, y pues ellos estarán viendo más actividad. Una marea alta baja, 10:33, una alta a las 3:34 por la tarde, una segunda marea baja a las 10:39 y una segunda marea alta mañana a las 4:31. El sol salió hoy a las 5:20, el sol se oculta a las 6:30. De igual forma, la luna primero se oculta a las 12, mediodía más 12 minutos, y entonces sale mañana por la madrugada a la 1:25. Muchas gracias, forecaster Michael Gentle. Y también tenemos que darle gracias a nuestros patrocinadores. Estamos hablando de Digi, y también estamos hablando de German Vega and Sons, Vega Imports, Vega Distributors, que fielmente nos apoyan. También Belize Tourist Board, Government of Belize Information Service, A&R Stores, Gillett's Meat Shop, Belize Tourist Board. Compañeros, las 7:22. Vamos a tener invitados, pero no hasta como las 8 de la mañana. Pero primero vamos a tener una plática, yo y el señor Cheque. Así que vamos rápidamente a una pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de esos anuncios. Pero no se vayan.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillett's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. Do you think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, rush runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Las 7:27. Por favor, únanse conmigo a darle la bienvenida a nuestro buen amigo, el señor Robert Checky Usher. Checky, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez.
How are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you very much.
Okay, doesn't sound too good.
I'm good.
Okay, that sounds good.
And I feel happy today.
Oh, you feel happy today?
Happy. Most of all because when I greeted you this morning, I saw you researching and I said, make a left flow, Mr. Martinez. So I say right now you find something when say Martha's Stockhouse. So they ask me why I tell I think they buy Belize Road. They say no, they buy Terminal. So I carry there after we're done and I treat That's cool, right?
That's cool.
Okay,
So,
good.
but sometimes, sometimes he forgets, and then when I remind him, go like, me never tell you nothing like that. But I have proof. You heard it.
Today Tita sing the Sapo Verde, boy. Yeah, Tita sing the Sapo Verde today.
Oh, Tita will sing it, or they will sing it for her?
Tita sing it today. Alago Bordia today.
Oh, Christ. All right. Yes.
See, I'm a
okay.
Richard Mark.
Richard Mark.
No Marks, Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
A while ago, I was looking out for who has birthdays today. Generally, Facebook tell me who got birthday, but Christ, look, man, Pepper. But yes, there it is. It tells me that.
Today Eric's birthday too, Joe.
Yeah.
Want to pick up Mr. Richard Mark, better known as Largo.
El Largo.
Yeah, El Largo está celebrando su cumpleaños hoy. Buenos días, Richard. Feliz cumpleaños, Richard. Yeah, es su cumpleaños, Richard. Hoy.
Quiero que sepas que vamos a pasar a comer ahí.
Yeah, you know, Richard, the truth, I'm a tall man.
Of course.
A tall man, man. The man is the drummer of the Youth Connection band. He's the lead singer as well. He has been with the band all over the place. But I remember one time when I introduced Richard, because we went to Los Angeles, we went to Europe, all over. But we were, at a village, I said, me can introduce this man. I said, ahora vamos a presentar desde una gran gira. Ese hombre fue en Pachacán, fueron en Santineja, hasta Pucté. Tenemos el señor Richard Mark, más conocido como Largo. I have to pick up the village here, right?
Of course, of course. Sí, ellos saben dónde es Pachacán y dónde es...
Pachacán, Pucté.
Pucté.
I had to big up the man. But Richard, have yourself a happy birthday today, bro. I know you're a friend.
¿Cómo te jode este?
Yeah. What that means? What that means? Where's that?
Nothing.
Tita no, you're saying, no?
Nothing.
Pero Tita sabe que está
Nothing.
Anyway, we want to wish Richard a happy birthday today. Also, today is the cat birthday today, too.
Men jura, jag got a talman, jag got a cat.
Continental cat.
Continental cat.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who that one is.
Continental cat, the one who sing the song Show Me the Line. One of Albert's son.
Okay.
He's an artist as well. Winston birthday that Tuesday.
What about that June, eh?
Yeah.
June and July.
Yeah, Winston will celebrate the birthday next week, and it is celebrated right around the time, one time, the big fireworks that happen in the U.S. And next week, Hot Dog Day, 4th of July.
Thursday, right,
Yeah, a big thing over there, no, Joe?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think that I have been in the States once for independence, and Well, I wasn't particular about going to see the fireworks, and because where I was, fireworks was not a big deal. It's not as if I was in the New York Harbor
Yeah.
or anything like
Or
that.
Long
where-
Beach.
Long Beach, where I could have, just go to some place and view the fireworks.
Yeah, because right
I
there,
wasn't
so-
any place close to that.
Right there, people just can't bust fireworks in the yard like couldn't do it, yeah. You have to go to open area so they could deal with that, and they have to get a proper permit and everything. But
But another thing that I'd like to, and I see that some of the smaller cities are doing it as well, is they're adding on music to the fireworks. In other words, everything is so controlled by a computer.
it's a show.
It's a show. So and they use music that builds up to a crescendo.
Right,
And
right.
then when you hear the then they go, everything just pop.
Yeah.
Y se aterriza, todo se aterriza. Créeme.
Yeah, and
Todo,
they have
todo.
They have the surround sound too. So he had the bass in the cover there, he had the trumpet scene.
That's right, that's right. And I remember being in Merida for this, and I never thought that Merida was going to have the whole surround system, but it was done in the park in front
Yeah.
of the cathedral, and all the lights and sounds, and they were playing. Well, it's considered a song that's considered like the second most popular song in Mexico. In other words, traditionally, that song is like second to the national anthem, and El Huapango.
El Wapango.
El Huapango. The da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da da da, and as the music was coming up, there was this sporadic outbursts of fireworks until finally, and it didn't last long, 5 minutes or 10 minutes was the most,
Yeah.
but it was well used. In other words, it's not like, right here, pow, what? Muy bonito. Then another one, pow, pow, muy bonito. And by the time the day is finished, the night is finished, your neck hurts you because
Yeah,
you did that like
true.
this whole night. Yes, a lot of people say, que dure, que está muy bonito. Well, that's another way of looking at it. Pero generalmente en otras ciudades se hace diferente. Se hace se hace según la música, y tienes un lugar grande, abierto, y lo combinas con... Es un programa computarizado que utilizas, y mira, te impresiona como jamás nunca.
Yeah. Lights and sound and the crescendo of the music makes the fireworks better. But we got Delvi online, Emmanuel.
Yes.
Hello, good morning, Delvi.
Good morning. I'm listening in your conversation.
Oh, really? Oh, yes. Well, it's good to hear from you, Delvi. ¿Cómo estás?
Yes, like bien, bendecida, gracias a Dios. And how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing quite well, actually, I believe. Well, I don't know. I have an appointment next week with the doctor, with the nephrologist. Vamos a ver qué me dice.
Okay.
Si...
Yeah. Well,
Sí.
God is in divine control. So.
Yes. And I'll be honest with you, I don't feel like the other days. So so I'm hoping for the best. I a
Yes.
God picked me, or no? I don't know God
Yes.
picked me. But I recognize I a God picked me. And I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. The man invite me out today too, girl.
You see how we change up the
What?
whole
Are
thing,
you
no?
cheat?
Rather than me cheat,
No,
he
but-
can we go buy tacos. No, me invite her out.
But I say it right, man, because of that, if the show, when we finish the show, you have invite me outside and tell me, boy, carry me, go eat the tacos. The guy
You
good.
know, I have pretty much stopped eating tacos, but I will accept his invitation. Right now, if you bring me a bottle of jam or peanut butter or with bread, Well, apart from being nicer to me, it's safer.
Yeah.
I can't handle them pile of grease.
I think Mr. Martinez done inspired you enough right now, so it's time for you to inspire us.
Ali laughed after the morning is good, so I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
It clears the phlegm like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me inspire you this morning then. This one that I have this morning is entitled Faithful Love.
The faithful love.
Faithful
Yes.
love.
Okay.
Faithful love. Yes. Who said anything about being perfect? The Lord said, come as you are. He's not asking you to pretend to be holy. He knows where you've been and that you've come from far. He's not asking you to go crazy, putting crucifix all around your home. He's asking for your heart, the place where he left his throne. He's not asking for $1 million altar and overpriced wine. Your praise and worship early in the morning, your gratefulness would be just fine. For he is a loving and merciful God, the lover of our soul. But know that there is a judgment day, let the truth be told. And he is waiting on us, that all should come to repentance and be saved. For a day will come when the skies break open, but for now we live by his grace. The Lord is mighty and powerful. Our every breath is in his hand. He is the one that's perfect, that though many times we fail him and each other, he still has love for man, his faithful love.
Faithful love. When I heard it first, I go like, well, isn't that a contradiction? Because love is supposed to be faithful. But I understand what you mean now after listening to your poem. Okay, God's love is faithful all the time to us. In other words, He's always there for us.
Yeah, let the truth be told.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is this one of your new ones?
Yes?
Is this one of your new ones?
This one was written sometimes in last year.
Okay.
I have some that I have written but I haven't shared, and there are some that are new that I would have shared already. So this one I wrote last year, but I'm not sure if I've shared
I
it
don't
before.
think you have shared this one at all. Because I'm pretty
Have I
much.
shared this one before?
No, I don't think so.
But it's good. It's good that you get some of the previous ones and add them in with the new ones. You know, it's good.
Yes, you know.
And
this
don't.
one inspired me because can I just share a bit on this?
Sure.
Certainly.
Yes, this one inspired me because a lot of the times, all of us know that we're not perfect, Mr. Checky, and that's like everybody's excuse why they don't go to church or why they don't serve God. Oh, I'm not good, I'm not perfect. God knows that, everybody knows that, but then if we wait until we be perfect to come to Him, we will never get there because we will never be perfect. But only okra full basket, you reach a church one Sunday, you see you show up the next Sunday, you read, even if the one verse out of the Bible, next you still start to read 3 and 4 more, and God's love is faithful to us even through that process, that as we take step by step, He's there. But if we don't make the lead small step, how will we know how faithful He is if we don't make that step there? So that's why I mentioned about He doesn't want us to be perfect and wear dress where reach all the way to the flow and stuff like that, but piece by piece, as we get to walk with Him and we get to know Him, then we're going to see we start to grow, as we will die and never be perfect. But one little teaspoon at a time, we try to get closer to Him, get
one full basket, yes.
Go to church. Right. One full basket, and I believe that we need to move away from religion and get into spirituality, because it's actually a relationship that we form with God. One day at a time. For one verse you read, Mr. Manuel, to 2 verses, when you still read a whole chapter like that, and it's not for other people, it's for God to be glorified. So He's the faithful one.
I
No, but
agree
we go have a
100% with
perfect
you. I think that, like me, your prayers are pretty universal in that it could be it could be used by a Catholic, it could be used by an evangelist, it could be used by a Muslim, it could be used by a Jew, because we acclaim and recognize one God. In other words,
Yes.
and
There's only one
we're
God.
not making it complicated.
Yes.
So
That's what
that's what I like about these poems as well. It's you're not you're not you're not pushing the religiosity of your beliefs, but rather you're helping people grow in spirituality.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you once again, Delve, and all the best. And you're coming home next week?
Yes. Yes, sir.
School
March
closed
1st,
this
I
week?
should be home sometime next
We
week.
hold up when the graduation for primary school.
You sleep whole day, don't you?
No,
Lot of the graduation and most of the graduation they finish already, pa.
are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Yes, most of the graduation finish already. This time in a month we go there, you know.
Oh
Ours
Christ!
was Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Oh
and-
Christ!
Yeah.
You'll be graduated over 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
Yes, over 1,000.
What part of put all in the people?
Civic City Center, I believe.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm glad to hear all of
Yeah.
that.
Well, thanks again, then, Delvi.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Have
so-
a blessed day.
You too now. Bye bye. Thank you.
So,
Bye.
yeah. So you know, pa, like you always used to say and tell young people, especially the ones going to school, that you don't have no need for the worry like what a lot of they worry right now because report card that this week. If you made a study good and you know that you did your work right, you never have to worry as my going to give me report card today. I wonder if I get lashing. But if you have been paying attention and doing your work the right way, then you have nothing to worry about. When I used to get my report card back, my thing was if I had did a first, second, or third, then I want to go to primary school because it was myself, Dana Gillett, and some other girls that were in first, second, and third. That's at St. Peter's School. So I never used to worry about it. A lot of people know what they worry right now because some of them, when they go and they don't get good report cards, some of them get lashing, or some of them they take away some of the privileges that they have home, But I was glad to see, and we must mention once again about the PSC results that Orange Walk did well when it comes to La Immaculada School, right? That's very good of them, and the parents, the teachers, the administration of that school needs to be commended as well, right?
I believe that Louisiana did have some students in the top 25.
25.
But I'd like to congratulate all those students wherever they come from, because I was glad to hear coming from the kids, they call them kids, the young men and women themselves, that, in good English, they're telling you, well, we studied hard, my parents helped me,
My teacher helped
my
me.
teacher helped me,
I spend extra hours.
as so doing this and it's not often that you hear this kind of story.
Yeah, but you have to put in
Those
these efforts,
are winners.
and they earned it,
Those are winners. And those are the ones who immediately recognize that you will get out. You will get out as much as you put in. If you don't study and you just feel that, hey, if I pass, good. If I not pass, still good.
Yeah.
But because you got really brains and you're not really too dusty, you pass and you do well, and your parents go like, Ese ni estudia y hace bien, ni estudia. But what if you were studying? What if you would make that extra effort? Good Lord, you would excel.
Yeah.
You would excel. So remember, you want to make a distinction in life, you put in extra work, put in extra effort, and don't just be lackadaisical in your work. Be ambitious. Be ambitious. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious. Absolutely nothing. Because believe me, being ambitious makes you realize that you can be a success, and that you can do anything as long as you put yourselves to it.
Yeah, that's right. What happened is somebody is saying here on a text, Emmanuel, why is it that we don't see good results coming out of the villages and only from town?
I won't begin to explain that, but it's only natural that town schools are bigger. Town schools have bigger libraries. Town schools have better
more
teachers.
activities as well.
Town schools in general. I'm not telling you that you don't have good teachers out there. Please don't misquote me. But
The tongue is exposed more. The students of the tongue schools are exposed more as well, Emmanuel.
and in pretty much the same way, look at the one who came the highest. I think it comes from Toledo. So I'm not saying that kid came from a village school. That kid maybe came from a town school. I don't remember where. But in pretty much the same way that people would think that town schools are better than village schools, well, those are the same people who believe that Belize City or Belmopan schools are, regardless if it's village or, are better than the schools out district, and that you will never get anything out of those other districts except maybe fifth or sixth position. But this proves to you that is not so, because maybe it's not as revealing as the to the quality or the caliber of teaching, but to the type of intelligence that you find in the kids in that area.
Yeah.
Because some persons can just be naturally smart, precocious. I mean, good Lord, they don't know everything from them band and don't know everything.
But,
you know.
But Mr. Martinez, the curriculum in the primary schools, I believe that it's the same in the towns and the rural areas, right?
Oh yes, the same curriculum.
Yeah. So I don't know if this person said that probably the kids in the villages are not doing fine. But look here, they have some of the kids where come for some of the villages, and when they go to high school at Orange Walk or so, then become valedictorian of their class, you know.
Yes. You know, sometimes we misunderstand the concept of teaching, and people think that a teacher's job is very simply to impart information. 1 + 1 is 2. 5 + 12 is 17. Learn it. What letter comes after Q? That's R.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. They say that a teacher's job goes beyond that. And that is to stimulate that person, that student, to want to learn more. And if you are very simply just imparting and not stimulating, then you're only doing half of your work. But when it comes to your relationship with your students, and you're always giving them little pieces of information that pique their curiosity,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
then they will, but teacher, how you said that? Why you said that? You know, why is this thing like that? And you pick them. You quieren saber más, quieren saber más, quieren saber más, and that's the good environment. That is the good environment. All right, but if you're only there for imparting, then that's only half of the job.
Yeah, true. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
I'm checking morning, Manuel.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing?
Not bad. I was hearing your conversation about schools, rural schools and urban schools. Well, this is my view, but in town, you have to find that the management is in town, so there's a lot of communication between management and schools because it's in town. Another thing with education is resources. In the towns, the schools could solicit from the local businesses, etc., and whereas the villages, where can they go? I mean, you know that businesses, the management communication is so limited because of the distances, and the management, I said, is localized in town. So there are a mix of things. Then again, you'll find that your environment is important to be productive. It stimulates production. So the town schools and city schools have an environment that is conducive to comfort, and comfort makes production possible. So in the rural schools, not to disrespect anybody, but the schools are not as exemplar to a classroom. Some of them are makeshift classes because of the rural culture that we live in, and because of the distances, and because of the resources the villages lack. So teachers are excellent, they do a good job. But the environment has got to be conducive for learning. In the towns, I repeat, there are resources, with top resources, and time is important too, because we are in town and a teacher or a school can solicit or get help or communicate to our management its problems, etc., almost within the same hour. Whereas in rural areas, the school will have a problem, will have to communicate to the management will take time to get back to them. Then time the problem becomes days old or forgotten. So let's not shoot ourselves in the foot. We're in a third world, and that's a culture as we develop. I repeat, education, the classroom, the quality of bathroom, the quality of classroom, and all this mix in better education. It's a part of the mix. And if we're not there as it results to villages, we'll get there someday. But for now, we have to live with what we have. But the problem, part of the problem in my estimation, is resources, communication with management, and the environment, the classroom environment. Like I said, I visited the villages where the classroom is a makeshift. Today I do it there. If you rain, you have to go yonder. And that's the culture, that's the way we live. But we'll get there someday. But let's not spend too much time talking about teachers and so on. It's the culture, it's the environment that we lack, and it's the resources. I repeat, we'll get there someday. But that's just my mix on it.
Yeah, very good. Very great thought of that caller there, Emmanuel.
And I don't know if a lot of people recall, but before I get to that, I have a message coming in from Miss Myrna Usher.
Okay.
That says, "Morning, please big up Largo for me. A happy birthday from me, Myrna, Yoli, and Sally Thank you, guys. Wishing you a great day. So, bye. All the best to you, coming from your good friends
in Belize City.
In Belize
They are
City.
great fans of Richard as well, from the
Yes.
band.
So, you are in people's mind and in people's heart.
Right, which
Well,
is
going
good.
back to what I was saying. Yes, environment has a lot to do with the what you call it, but it can also be disputed that
That should not happen.
yes, but schools within Orange Walk Town, some excel more than others, and it'd be expected that you have a level field. San Francisco versus La Immaculada versus
Louisiana.
and
St.
invariably
Peter, how
we
many St.
have-
Peters right in there?
St.
Chapels.
Peter's and Chapel, and invariably you'll find that one school is always putting out better grades. So it's revealing of a number of other things. And I can tell you that when I went to school in La Immaculada, I don't know if anybody will remember that, but there was a gallinero.
Gallinero.
You know what a gallinero is? We actually had classes in a gallinero. Mm-hmm.
What is a gallinero? A foul cup?
Yeah.
You serious?
I'm not kidding.
Classes in a gallinero?
I'm not kidding. It's a big one.
Oh, okay. Right at the same compound?
Right at the same compound, El Gallinero. It was, and now if anybody remembers that, this is maybe 1960s, late 1960s. But yes, it was there. It was, we used to have classes there. And yes, it was clean and everything was makeshift.
Yeah.
But it was previously used as a fall cup. But it was rather large. Pero, ¿dónde está tu clase? Why, en el gallinero?
Yeah.
That's where we used to have classes. That school has grown incredibly and has constantly been producing good quality students. And I'd like to congratulate them and the teachers, and also from the other schools as well, because they can't be left behind.
That's right, yeah.
They cannot. It's exactly 8 o'clock. We'll take a break.
Yes, but before we go for the break, once again, I would like to wish Mr. Richard Mark, once again, good morning. Good morning, brother. Happy birthday, man. Comes to you from the entire Youth Connection band crew, from some of your friends from Los Angeles as well. We got Reggae Brown, Scorpion, they shout you as well. You know, so the boys say make you big up yourself. And Connor LA.
Okay. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. When we come back, we'll have personnel from the Baquitas House of Culture talking to us about their summer programs. So every year people want to know, ¿y qué tiene Banquitas para este verano? Para que mande yo a mis hijos. Well, the personnel are here, and when we come back, we will be having them so that they can talk more about their summer program. So let's take that break at this moment.
Every friendly competition has a winner and a loser, a runner-up, a second best, someone that just doesn't have what it takes. Our friends know this feeling all too well. Since Digi introduced their new prepaid data plans, Digi fans have been happier than ever. While the other guys, their plans just can't even compare. Digi's new plans have the best value for your dollar. That's more data for less money, with even more options. So keep being a winner and keep living your best life with Digi.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Someone come, yes, someone coming, let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day, why you the letter here?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there, you can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
No, man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the environment.
Sure, all of that? Well, know that to put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
On Wednesday, May 8th, Belizeans soundly decided to take the unfounded Guatemalan claim to the International Court of Justice, the ICJ. According to the special agreement, this is what happens next. 1. By June 8, 2019, the government of Belize will submit the 2008 special agreement to the ICJ. Guatemala has already done so since their referendum was held in 2018. This will give the ICJ official authority to hear the dispute and to deliver a final binding result. The ICJ will then prepare a notice of when the trial will commence. 2. Next, Guatemala will have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to submit their case to the ICJ. 3. Belize will then have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to respond to Guatemala's submission. 4. From there, Guatemala will be given up to 6 months to reply to our arguments, and 5. Belize will then have up to 6 months thereafter to reply to Guatemala's response. 6. After the period of written arguments ends, the ICJ may allow additional pleadings, including oral arguments, and would set deadlines for those. 7. Once the timeline for arguments has ended, the ICJ will deliberate and make a ruling in accordance with the instructions and authorities granted to them by Belize and Guatemala, as per the 2008 special agreement. 8. After the ICJ's ruling is delivered, Belize and Guatemala will have 3 months to establish a joint commission to physically demarcate the boundaries between the two countries in accordance with the ICJ's ruling. The entire process will take no less than 4 years and can be as many as 6 years. This ICJ process will bring a final end to this long-standing Belize-Guatemala dispute. Belize and Guatemala will be able to put old divisions and antagonisms behind us and ensure that peace, development, and cooperation prevail.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el... ¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos todos al Sugar City Morning Show. Exactamente las 8:07. Disculpa que por un momento nuestra boca estaba llena con pan y peanut butter y todo tipo de cosas que Cindy nos trajo hoy por la mañana. Un gran gusto de tener hoy por la mañana a los coordinadores. Primero, a mi izquierda, a la coordinadora, the coordinator of the Banquitas House of Culture, Cindy. These are my good friends.
Buenos días, Mr. Manuel. Buenos días a todos que los están
Dispense
viendo
with
hoy.
the Mr. Call me, you know.
Yes.
And we've known each other way too long. And
Yeah.
shared too much. And on the other end, my good friend, Yaya, Jahaira Vega. Yaya, good morning. Welcome. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias.
Oh, no, look good. Oh, look beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
With the red lipstick and the whole works. How is Banquita's House of Culture?
This is doing good. We have been very busy over the past months. We have done a lot of activities.
Oh my God, this week you'll also be busy. I was
Yes.
seeing that there's going to be a little exhibition here on Thursday.
Cañar. From
And,
Image Factory.
And then you'll be beginning your summer programs, workshops, sometime within the next 2 weeks. Am I right?
Next week, actually.
Next week.
Yes.
And that's the reason why they're here this morning, ladies and gentlemen, to inform you, parents, and also participants, because it's not only for kids, but we have the whole realm of activities that are aimed, some for kids, some for teenagers, and some even for adults. And generally, each year you take time to create these workshops just so that, and they've been quite successful over the years. I don't know if you have been to Banquitas for summer where I have a lot of people radiating towards, and learning, how to stimulate the stimulating part, and also learning how to do this and learning how to talk Maya and how to play drums. I remember I was there as well for that. That was a neat one. Garifuna drums, but you're here, so I'm gonna ask you to talk to us, either one of you, to talk to us about the programs that you have closest, so that and when they'll be beginning and so forth, and then we'll talk about the other ones as they come around.
Okay. Well, we are very excited this year because we are doing several programs, but mostly trying to create workshops that will provide a space where they could learn their native language. For example, we have two that are coming up for this Monday, which is the Yucatec Maya language and the Garifuna language, which the Garifuna language is a new workshop that we are doing with the National Garifuna Council. So we are trying to collaborate with them to get kids and even adults to participate in a workshop whereby they will learn basics.
So that's the question I was going to put you. What kind of
Garifuna
entry level
language.
is this? This is the basic level. So anybody who would like to learn basic Garifuna, basic Maya, can go into, and this is good. Because if you travel or if you have relatives or whatever, or you're just that kind of person who'd like to be able to communicate with people in their own language, well, why not?
Yes, given that the NGC is very active in Orange Rock now, and they are doing a lot of activities, a lot of events to promote the culture when it comes to tradition, the music, the dance. Therefore, we decided, or we see the need that they provide a space where they could actually teach their language to the younger generation. And you don't have to be a Garinagu to to participate in the class. It could be anyone that is interested, because we have seen that it is important for them or for us or for our students or our children to learn different languages. Because when we did an outreach for the International Museum Day, we went to San Jose Nuevo Palmar School, and there, when we started to say the numbers in Garifuna, the small little children, they were preschoolers, they were actually reciting the 1 up to 10. So that means that the teachers there are teaching the students, and they're constantly practicing with them so that they could learn the numbers, which was very impressive, because no other school did that. So when we arrived to Palmar, we got a surprise.
Do you know, I'm not putting you on the spot, but do you know what it is to say the numbers from 1 to 10 in Garifuna?
A few numbers I remember. So
I know number 1 and number 6.
You know number 1 and
Abba
number
and Sisi.
Yes.
Sisi?
Yes.
But that's but you used the perfect example, because Sisi, if you know, and I don't profess to know any French, but I was told, and I learned right there, that the Garifuna language borrows some of the words, and in this case it has borrowed it from the French language. Because six is un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six. Okay? In French, six is seis. So in this case it's Sisi. Based on the same, based on the same word. So, interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So what they will be learning is the basics, numbers, some greetings, parts of the body, and they will do it in a way that they will be very interactive with the participants. Therefore, they will have different games, different lecture sessions that will make it interactive for them to grasp the information easily and be able to learn and say a couple of phrases in the Garifuna language.
Yes, since we're talking about that, Cindy, there was a time when people would say, pero ¿por qué no enseñan a la gente a hablar maya? Queremos aprender maya porque el maya nadie lo enseña, ya se está perdiendo el hábito, ya se está perdiendo todo el lenguaje. Y yo recuerdo, I remember that you all offered it, and I don't know if it was because of X amount of reasons, but very few people showed up.
We get that a lot, like whenever we do outreach programs, we will always get to, why don't you do the Maya language? Why don't you give a session? We should learn. And we have heard the concerns of the community, and we have been doing the Yucatec Mayan language for about 4 or 5 years now. And so what we ask these persons is that to take out the time and come and learn and take advantage of the classes, because we get professionals from the Instituto of Maya in Quintana Roo, and so therefore they come to Orange Walk to ensure that we learn, especially the cultural ambassadors and the individuals that are involved in the safeguarding of our heritage. Therefore, we will continue this program, and this year we are actually having our local facilitator. Her name is Felicita Cantun, because she has a wealth of information. Apart from knowing how to speak Yucatec Maya language, she knows a lot about the history, she knows a lot about the dances, the outfits, the foods, the beliefs, everything. So she would encompass everything in her sessions, because we have the grammar, we have the phonics, the songs of the pronunciations of the words, because they are a bit difficult, and we are also incorporating the national anthem because we believe that we could develop different groups that could actually sing the national anthem for different occasions that we do. And the same thing we're doing with the Garifuna language for persons to know the prayer and also to be able to sing the song in that language. But we are incorporating this year, in addition to the language and the grammar and everything that has to do with the language, we are doing a section with hieroglyphics as well because Ms. Fell has received training and she's able to read hieroglyphs. So we will incorporate that in this workshop.
Sabía que eras tan aventada. Te felicito.
See, so we are very excited to work with her because she was a teacher as well. So she has a lot of experience on how to work with children and even with adults. So this workshop is not only geared up for children, but for whosoever is interested. We have a age 7 up, but it doesn't mean that we are only catering for children. Okay, so those are two main workshops that we're working towards.
In the future, do you think that perhaps just so that you remove the little odd feeling that some people may get when they are, like in my case, a 57-year-old individual sitting down with a 7-year-old. Some people, I don't care, but some people, they would, man, me now sit down with no 5-year-old picnic and so forth. It make I feel small. Those are, but my point is, maybe in the future, as it grows, you can have classes for adults and you can have classes for young kids.
Yes. Well, actually, the years before we have had that, we have adults and children, and it works pretty well. But this year, what we are saying is that it's open for adults and kids. So as long as you go and register, then we know that we have a group for kids and we have a group for adults, and it will be divided accordingly. But that's why, but we are promoting it in a way that we want anyone that is interested to come and register with us.
And,
so that's the plan.
The thing is that the workshop session or the course itself is geared towards a lesson plan that can cater for both children and adults. So it's a beginner's level lesson plan. So if you don't know any Maya or if you know a little bit of Maya, this is the right course because it's a course for beginners. Again, we stress that this course, as well as the Garifuna language course, was decided upon to be done this year because of the demand of the community that they're asking and they wanted this course to be done.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, so
and I'm hoping that those people who are demanding to have these are the ones who actually take it upon themselves to attend or to send their kids or something like that.
And these type of workshops fall within our mandates to preserve part of culture.
How much does it cost to go on that, to take the class?
Well, the registration fee is $5 and the course fee is $15, so it's a total of $20. And it's for a span of 2 weeks.
$20. You should raise it double that, $40. For how long? 1 week?
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks?
Yes.
So you're learning a new language. And all you need to do is to pay $20?
Yes.
That place should be jam full. Because of even the amount of people who are originally from the Yucatec Maya, who have their ancestor Yucatec Maya, and who would like to learn for themselves. Maybe they're from the village and I go like, mi abuelito, mi tatito habla, pero él no me quiere enseñar, pero yo quiero aprender.
Well, while we visited different schools during our International Museum Day, we had the opportunity to meet a couple children. I can remember a
From
little girl
Carmelita.
from Champan Ridge as well,
Mhm.
that
Right.
she was taking down notes, and she kept asking us to hold up the posters a little longer so she could finish up. And then we asked her if she is interested in, and she said she knows a little bit of Maya, but she wants to learn more. So these are the individuals that we're catering to, individuals that are interested and willing to learn the language, because there's a difference of attending a workshop and being willing to learn. Because as I said, we did outreach programs, and in these outreach, we spent an hour at each school teaching basic language. For example, we did Maya Happy Birthday. We also did Maya Parts of the Body. And in that short span of time, the entire school body that was present for that presentation was able to at least learn a part of what we have taught.
Okay, I'm glad for that. I'm glad for that. A lot of people, somos mayeros, somos Yucatec Maya, pero desafortunadamente no te hablan ni un poquito de Maya. ¿Y cómo te atreves a decirme que eres Maya si ni siquiera puedes hablar en Maya? Así que esta es una oportunidad única para esas personas que quieren aprender Maya. No lo hagas pasar, no hagas desperdiciar esta oportunidad que tienes. Es una oportunidad única, es durante el verano, no tienes que, y si, especialmente los maestros en las aldeas o en los pueblos que quieran expandir su conocimiento del lenguaje. Esta es una oportunidad única para tomar ventaja de esta situación.
Not only that, but I also would like to mention that I believe it's last year that the Universidad Intercultural Maya de Quintana Roo came to teach the community about the different programs that they offer. Part of what we observed or got to know is that their school fees are very low. So anybody could basically afford to go to that university. However, part of what they do at that university is teach the Mayan language or teach in the Mayan language. So if you are a graduate...
That's the group that came, of course, that came last.
So if you guys are graduating from Fort Farm and looking to go into a university, I mean, our course is adequate for that because you learn the basics. So by the time you go to apply to the university and get accepted and enrolled, you already at least know how to have basic conversation in the Maya language.
So, but that's another benefit.
That's a benefit of
because
doing
the
this
rates
course.
are already low and Belizeans can't access that system.
I think it's like $1,000 Belize per semester.
Pesos, actually.
Pesos.
Yes.
1,000 pesos per
regalado.
semester.
They
It's very-
offer scholarships to Belizean students that want to further their career. They have, but it's a Mayan institution, so they would focus more on the language. They have traditional healing with herbs. They have also, I believe, dance. So they have an array of courses that they offer to students.
Obviously, all in the effort of trying to preserve or
Yes.
maintain the Mayan culture.
And of course, it's a university, so you also get to choose a program such as business,
Academics.
tourism, academic, but the dance and the traditional healing and everything.
I like that concept.
That's like
I like that
apart
concept
from the actual.
because instead of learning history and
When you return back, for example, if you take the course of language, then you're able to come and be a professor specifically for the Yucatec Mayan language. And that is one of the institutions that have worked very closely with Miss Felicita and Mr. Ismail Kal from Mill Creek Village. And they're very interesting. It's very affordable, and scholarships are offered to Belizean students.
Look at that. When a little while ago I said about history, what I meant was many times we go in and learn Western civilization and so forth and so forth, and sometimes I question the benefit of that knowledge because you never get to really use it. But in this case, you will be learning about your Maya leaders and your tus antecedentes and so forth. Everything too. One thing is going to happen is you become proud of who you are.
It's an identity.
You're creating an identity for yourself. And I see a lot of people who are lost in this world. In the words as to they don't know and they don't care. ¿Quién es tu abuela? Yo ni sé. ¿Quién es tu abuelito? ¿Dónde viene tu abuelito? Yo ni sé. ¿Cómo se llama tu abuelito? Yo ni sé. No lo conocí. Puchica, pregúntale a tu mamá cómo se llama tu abuelo, tu abuela, de dónde son. And it's for me it's very, very surprising because, well, you know me, I'm a little historian right here, but and I'd like to find out quién es tu mamá, quién es tu abuelo, quién es tu tatarabuelo, quién es esto, because you learn more acerca de mi familia, quiénes soy. Nunca voy a saber dónde puedo ir si no es que no sé de dónde he venido. Pero that's Mayan. That's what you begin with.
And I think that starts next week, Monday.
July 1st to July 12th from 9 to 11.
July 1st to July 12th.
9 to 11
From
a.m.
9 to 11. Let me just quickly pull up the calendar here. July is next week, Monday. So it's from next week, Monday, for the following 2 weeks until Friday.
Yes.
9
To 11.
to 11. Okay. And if you have enough to make two groups, those are going to be two groups.
Yes.
We're still within 9 to 11.
Yes.
Same instructor or different instructors?
Same instructor.
How can you manage that?
Simultaneous. Well, they have a session with the kids in the morning, in the beginning of the session, and then the evening. What they will do is they will provide different materials so that they could practice in class as well. So that they could be able to, because one of the things that they would do is actually ensure that they know the spellings of the greetings and a couple of words. So we're trying to see how best it will work. As soon as we have the number of participants finalized, then we could properly coordinate the sessions.
Pues, para terminar con es a las 8:30. Cuando regresemos vamos a hablar acerca de los otros cursos que se están ofreciendo en el Banquitas House of Culture. No se vayan, tenemos mucho más porque también tenemos baile incluido. We do have dance.
We have art.
Así que uno de los programas más coticiados, por decir, siempre es la danza, el baile. Mucha gente pues va para eso, así que todavía nos falta platicar de eso. No se vayan, estaremos de vuelta luego de estos anuncios.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Boy, I'm late again. What? Done ain't there yet? More time to sleep then.
Ugh, where'd I put my license? What? More cash? Yes!
Oh my god, that's a huge slice. More for me.
Morning.
Who doesn't love having more of your favorite things?
Start off your morning right.
With Digicel's new prepaid data plans, you get more data to do more of the things you love. That's more chats, more snaps, more surfing, more videos, more everything. So go ahead, live your best life with Digi. Whatever that may be.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 25 minutes before 9. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show, las 9 menos 25 minutos. Aquí tenemos a Cindy y a Yaya del Banquitas House of Culture. Y nos están muy agradecidos por su visita. Y nos están informando acerca de los programas de verano que van a estar teniendo este mes, el que viene. Ya hablamos acerca del primer programa que es pues la enseñanza de garífuna y de Yucatec Maya. Y esto es muy importante recalcar de que todo el tiempo se le acusa, eso es lo que deben de estar haciendo. ¿Por qué no enseñan maya? ¿Por qué no enseñan garífuna? ¿Okay? Pero cuando lo hacen casi nadie va. ¿Por qué? ¿Será que el tiempo no es conveniente para ustedes? ¿O simplemente retórica de su parte de ustedes? ¿Cómo va la cosa? No lo sé. Pero al final del día quiero invitarles a estos programas. Busquen tiempo. Me encantaría ir a banquitas a encontrar de que hay 30, 40 personas tomando el curso. Me encantaría ver que la Felicita está cargada con tanto trabajo. Para que, y me imagino que a ella también le encantaría tener esa cantidad de estudiantes. Pues porque al final del día más gente atiende, pues más gente va aprendiendo. Ya luego entonces ya estás creando una base para el futuro. Eso es muy importante. Si es que estás hablando de mantener, preservar nuestra historia y nuestros distintos grupos étnicos, pues entonces es muy importante también mantener el idioma y poder hablar sin pena, porque es algo muy importante, sin pena. Porque mucha gente dice, yo no quiero hablar maya. Esa es cosa de mi abuelita y de mi abuelita, ellos hablan maya, pero yo no. Yo voy a hablar criollo. I want to talk Creole. Because that puts me in the limelight, you know? Pero no te das cuenta que estás perdiendo tu identidad. Estás robando cultura ajena y olvidándote de lo tuyo. Esto es muy importante. Yo te invito a que atiendas a este programa. Pues, ¿para quién crees que está hecho esto? Para ustedes. Para ti, contigo estoy hablando. Para ustedes.
And not only that, Mr. Manuel, but this year we're celebrating the year of the indigenous languages, which is your native languages. So in lieu of that, we are also programming our activities and events geared to that goal, no? To at least have a percentage of our community learn or revive that language that, as you rightfully said, is being erased from our daily lives.
Yo les felicito por ese atrevimiento de continuar ofreciéndolo. Pero también hay otros programas, ¿verdad? You also have some other programs. You also have the very popular dance, and you have arts, and you have... ¿Qué más? Cuéntanos.
Well, we wanted to first just clarify the dates for the Maya language. It's July 1st to July 12th. For the Garifuna language, it's also July 1st to July 12th. The only difference is that the Maya language will be from 9 to 11 a.m. and the Garifuna language will be from 2 to 4 p.m. So the Maya language is in the morning, the Garifuna language is in the afternoon. So you can sign up for both. Right? Mm-hmm. You don't have to...
I have a solution. Sign up for both, take your lunch, sit out there by the porch, have your lunch, have your little padusa, croissant, whatever it is that you want, and between 1 and 2 you do your little studying, and 2 o'clock back into class for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, ya vas a ver que has aprendido algo.
Yes. It's very important because I have participated in a couple of the workshops before in the past, and I must say I have learned a couple things in those sessions. And when we go to the villages and I would hear these folks speak in their language, I could actually understand some of the things that are saying. So it's very beautiful for you to be able to connect with these individuals, and also, you know, defend yourself when they're saying, oh, you don't understand. I was like, yes, I understood what you said. So it's a movement that has been created, also with the Northern Maya Association. It's something that we're promoting, and we're trying to revive in Belize now. But we also have a very fun workshop, which that, yes, we say limited spaces for the it's Kids in Motion Dance. This one is with our famous volunteer Emmanuel Robinson, and this is more of a contemporary type of dance that will be held from July 15th to the 26th. It's also 2 weeks. 2 weeks. From 9 to 12. So we're inviting boys and girls from the ages of 7 up to sign up and be part of this. What's important of this workshop is that the kids learn how to work with their teammates, how to communicate, also what is very important that he would do in the sessions is that he would incorporate his knowledge when it comes to Festival of Arts, because when you participate for Festival of Arts, there are certain requirements that the children need to do. Yes, that they need to do, like their formations and posture and different things. And he would implement that in his sessions, because some of the same girls that participate with him actually participate at their schools for the Festival of Arts. So they already have a knowledge and they're prepared for the Festival of Arts, because the Festival of Arts is an national festival for schools, and it motivates kids to be able to express themselves through dance. Yes. So he enhances skills, he ensures that he applies all of that in his sessions, and at the end of the day, the children are very happy, they learn, and they put on a show for you at the end of the summer program.
And this workshop creates a platform also for the participants to break out of their shyness, because a lot of the participants, if it's their first time, they're very shy. They don't like to talk a lot, but this allows them to be themselves, to be open about expressing their type of art through dance. And this year he's doing contemporary, which is very convenient for that expressive art factor, because it allows you to contribute to the choreography that will be the last presentation.
Something like a freestyle.
Yes.
Yes.
Freestyle.
So
If you feel like raise your hand, raise your hand. You know?
And then,
but you said something important, Sarah. I just want to go back. You said cupo limitado.
Yes.
40 people, 50 people?
The maximum 20 persons.
Wow. Wow. How many
Maximum.
per? So it's only one workshop.
Yes, one
It's
workshop.
one workshop. It's a 2-week-long
Got
workshop.
a quick, fast, and hurry go register for the
And the thing
for
with
the
this workshop, this
musical
is the workshop that is of high demand as well. Even before summer, we have parents coming in to ask if we will still have the dance workshop, because some of the same participants return the following
every
years. So we encourage parents to quickly contact us or visit the House of Culture to register their children, because as we mentioned, the space is limited. As if I recall, we are already at 10 participants, so we have space for 10 more.
They already have full. So I have to hurry and see if you can get on that program.
And then this program differs a lot from the others as well, because it also, the instructor doesn't only teach the students the dance choreography, but he also creates costumes that he sews and prepares himself for the participants to do their last performance as an end of program performance. We invite the parents or the guardians to come and see what their children have learned throughout those 2 weeks.
And typically every year it's a blast, no?
Yes. Well, last year I remember we inviting parents only, but we had grandmothers, aunts, cousins. We had the entire family coming to view the presentation because it's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And we encompass all the workshops that we have done, and to give them their certification of completion, and give them present a show for the parents to ensure that they know what their kids were doing at the House of Culture. So we have that end product from the summer programs.
And that runs from July 15th to July 26th, from 9 to 12.
15 de julio al 26 de julio, de 9 por la mañana a mediodía 12, 3 horas. ¿Y qué es el costo de eso?
This one is a $5 registration fee plus a $40 course fee. But that $40 includes the costume that will be sewn for that participant.
Así que eso no es nada. $40 por el curso, y eso incluye, ya también va incluido el costo de el vestuario que se usa para la presentación del último día, cuando se invitan tus papás, y claro, también traes a tu abuelita y a tu abuelito y toda la gente para ver qué bien has aprendido, ¿ok? Y para impresionarles de que sí mereces conseguir esa bicicleta para ir a la escuela. ¿Qué otro programa tienes?
We also have a art and craft session. The dates have not been decided as yet for that because we're awaiting on a time period for the facilitator. We're also having a 3-day workshop which incorporates learning about the environment, learning also about culture, and how we can mesh those two topics together to create an art piece that will be canvassed on a garbage container so that we can place it around the House of Culture grounds to try to keep it clean, because we do have a lot of individuals that visit the riverside and sometimes have lunch downstairs at the House of Culture parking lot, but we have noticed that for some reason they don't throw their trash in the appropriate places. So this initiative is for that purpose, so that we have less waste around the areas, because ultimately the waste ends up in the river, and that's not good for our environment. So that's our little contribution to, one, teach the participants about civic pride, and at the same time we are incorporating how the different cultures can assist in preventing these types of damages to our environment.
Okay, and that carries do you know when that is going to be offered? That
Yes.
3 days?
Yes, it will be offered July
July 29th to August 3rd, if I'm not mistaken.
31st.
31st. So July 29th to the 31st?
Yes, July 29th to the 31st is the 3 days workshop, and this will be facilitated by a JICA volunteer, Masaki Kimura, and he has been doing a lot of awareness and a lot of outreach when it comes to the environment, and so we decided to partner with him and ensure that we do this project, because for him and for us, it's important that we start to create an awareness when it comes to the kids, for them to start to realize the importance of having a clean country. Apart from that, how they could contribute to protecting our environment. So it offers culture, it offers awareness about the environment, but also artistic as well, because they will be creative and in coming up with a design that will be done on the garbage bins. So it will be creative, fun, and also we will be contributing
And that's open for
to a clean
what
environment.
age? To what age?
Age 7 up.
Yes.
Most of our
So-
courses are geared towards 7 years and older. Because sometimes we find that ages lower than that tend to not really want to stay alone at the House of Culture, and well, we consider them to still be babies. Of course, there are some 6 and 5-year-olds that are
Yes.
very much more mature than a 7-year-old, but we have had some instances where we have to call the parent about 20 minutes into the program to come and pick up their baby because they're crying, right?
Yes, and it becomes a little bit difficult for the facilitators to manage these
manage
ages.
these. So
Young kids, yeah.
I can understand that. I can understand that. So, and I can definitely agree with that position. So you have language, Garifuna Maya, Yucatec Maya. You have dance, children in motion. Is that it?
Kids in motion.
Kids in motion. Then you have the arts and craft, but you have not finalized a date for it because you need to consult with your facilitator. But you'll be having a 3-day seminar with Masaki from July 29th through to 31st. And what else are we having?
We're also having a crochet classes as well, being offered. Last year we did crochet, and we had about 8 children that participated, and
including boys.
We had, I think, 2 boys that participated, and they were taught to do their. They had to select either they want to do a bag or a cap or whatever it is that they want to do. They learned the basic stitches, and then they produced their product for the end of the session. So this will be done by Emma Lucical. She's an artisan, and so she will be offering her services
from July 29th to August 2nd, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Why did you quickly said including boys?
Well, because they have most of the parents who have visited the House of Culture, and they asked for us to advise them which course is best. So and they have boys, we would tell them, well, crochet, and they would immediately stop us and be like, no, but that's for girls. So we just want to make it clear that it's just a stereotype that only girls can do crochet. We also have boys that are very good with their hands, especially with the ideas of crafting different type of products that are unusual, because instead of doing just purses, we have boys that make the little caps. We have
keychains. They learn how to do keychains. So different little
Blouses.
things.
And you can earn a living doing that as well.
Yes. I still keep in contact with some of the children that participated, and they would say, well, I did a couple of bags from what I learned, and they want another session because they want to learn different stitches as well. So it's very important for us to promote those things and ensure that the children can eventually, when they get older, make a living out of this.
Or even provide it as gifts for their family, because last year I remember quite vividly that this girl, by the end of the program, she had created at least 5 sling bags. And I asked her what she is going to do with it, if she's going to sell it. And she's like, no, I'm making one for my mom, one for my aunt, another for my cousin. And she's giving it as gifts. I mean, and that's a very nice gift to receive from a loved one, because it was basically handmade by them. So the value of it goes up.
Handmade with love from me.
And you would think it would be difficult to crochet, but when you're actually there and you learn the different stitches and you're actually seeing that your product is being developed and everything, you get excited and you want to finish and you want to start a new one.
And it's easier for the children to learn it, because I mean, if you try to teach us that are already old, it's a little bit more difficult for us to learn it than them. And
kids learn quickly.
Kids learn very quickly.
We have witnessed that. When it comes to the language, to dance, to crochet, to painting, to art,
they grasp faster,
and they're very creative at the end of the day. You know.
I like all of the programs. I particularly like the dance, the one with the dance. Okay. However, I would have loved to see, personally, I would have loved to see, and this is not only a summer program, but I'd like to see somebody who is as talented as Emmanuel Robinson to do a workshop for 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds where they can learn different types of dance. And maybe 1 week you can do salsa, the following week you can do boleros, you can do then waltzes, 3-step waltzes, and so forth. I think that we have to incorporate that. I don't know if that is within your realm of activities, because it's already talking about bigger kids. I mean, not small kids and going to school. Maybe high school.
Well, of course, it would require us to do a bit of research first to find out if there is a group of individuals or participants that would be interested in such a program, because it takes a lot of time to plan programs such as that, and it takes a lot of logistics and sometimes even finance to go about locating facilitators to do such programs. But in order for us to get a facilitator, we at least need to have confirmation.
I understand. But can you imagine? When I was younger, every 2 turns you had 15 años. And every 2 turns you had to learn how to dance waltz and do this, and that's something you hear much.
Well, I don't mean to cut you short, but Emmanuel Robinson actually trains different groups for 15 años or weddings. I've seen him teach couples to dance waltz. So he does that, but he does that not as a summer program. He does that specifically when he is hired as a choreographer to do so, and he utilizes the space at the Banquitas House of Culture to do those trainings. However, it would be a nice idea, to do it as a summer program. But most of the interested participants that we see are only interested when their 15 años is coming or they're getting married. So,
but also a number of young people know that, hey, I'm going to Cancun for the summer. My parents are going to send me to Cancun. We're all going to Cancun. We're going to hit the discos. We're going to Christine's. We're going to La Boom. We're going to, and we're talking here all the time.
They want to spend their time in those type of activities.
But they don't want to just go there and watch people dance. They want to do their own thing.
Yes.
So, but they want to also learn the latest steps and so forth. I know of these of young people being quite interested in learning, so that when they go to the discos, that they can do their thing.
I think what our youths don't see it as maybe perhaps a career path. That they could, take advantage of this, learn from this individual that has received training and is very knowledgeable, and for eventually they could start their own dance studio, or they could host their own summer programs. So they don't see it in that way, because even when it comes to decorations now, it's slowly starting to pick up that you hear different individuals that do decorations.
And they're doing a wonderful job.
Yes, and we eventually will have to create a workshop to create an opportunity for these individuals that are talented or artistic and want to know more of how to properly do a decoration, a backdrop, and ensure that they could be able to use what they learn as a career. Because we have different individuals that are interested, they have the passion, but they need to enhance their skills.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be as a career path. It could just be for the fun of it. For the fun of it. Michael Galan for dance, rumba, and salsa for 2 weeks, and you have a teacher who teaches you, and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, you hit the floors. You are,
Yes.
you're there. But any other program that you'll be having? Or that's about pretty well sums it up.
Well, we're working on other programs.
Will you keep us informed?
Yes, definitely. So we're trying to finalize
'Cause we're suddenly out of
other
time.
programs. For example, like the existing dance groups, they want a facilitator to teach them new dances, new steps, so that when they go to make presentations, it's something new that the public will see. So we're working towards that, and also we are working.
You
very
mean like
closely,
the dance,
like dance
for the carnivals and so forth?
Yes.
Oh, because I tired of the saying Ricky Jig Dividendo. I really.
So we're trying to get a facilitator. This individual has new steps, difficult steps as well, and new dances that she can teach these existing groups.
Fantastic, fantastic. What you need there is a dance choreographer.
So she is very good at that. So we're just trying to finalize all the details with her before we could offer it. And then we're also working closely with NGGC to do the Jankono masks, the outfits and everything, so that we could have eventually a group that could do the Jankono dances in our community. So those details are still finalized. We're still finalizing those, but as soon as we have all the information, we will be posting it up and informing you about it. I invite everyone to visit our Facebook page, Banquita's House of Culture. Check us out. We have new activities, new events, not only from the HOC, but from also other community events that are happening that you might be interested to know about. So we have that there. We have a YouTube channel as well. Banquita Snitch.
Banquita Snitch, yes.
Email us, call us at 322-0517 and ensure that you get your spots for any of the programs that we're offering.
And if you'd also like a place where you'd like to rent out for a press conference or for a function or special,
we offer that services
you
as well.
also offer that service. And as best as I can tell, or as best as I know, the service is excellent and the prices are just plain reasonable. I would not, I could not let you go unless I quickly just browse a topic which I spoke with you about just quickly, about the pasarelas for sometime in Christmas. Keep that in mind. I would like to work along with you on that, and let's make this Christmas an enjoyable one, with presentations and competitions from different schools. So begin to think of little stories you can incorporate into a pasarela. Is it pasarela or pastorela? Pastorela. Pastorela. Pasarela is something else. It's the boardwalk. No? Pastorela. And because we'll be having a competition this year entre todas las pastorelas. A ver quién nos hace reír más. And it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be school-based, but we need to work on that.
Definitely.
I want to thank you immensely for being here. I know you need to report to your offices. Muchas gracias por el tiempo. Ojalá y nuestra audiencia ya esté más informada acerca de los cursos que se estén ofreciendo, y por las dudas tengan dudas, recuerden siempre, no dejen de llamar, no dejen de checar 322-0517 o ve a la página de Banquitas House of Culture, o simplemente pasas y preguntas. Indagar, porque muchas veces todo lo que hace, toda la diferencia es que te trates de envolver en algo para darte cuenta de que, tantas cosas están sucediendo, pero no lo sabías. Así que, interésate, pasa, pregunta, envuélvete y vas a ver de que hay muchas cosas de gran beneficio para ti y para tus hijos. Muchas gracias al equipo de producción, a Chequi, a Rahim. Muchas gracias a nuestra audiencia por estar con nosotros hoy por la mañana. Y pues, ¿qué más nos toca sino desearles a todos un feliz día? Hoy es el 25, si es que estás cumpliendo años, que la pases de maravilla. Okay, muchas felicidades. Si es que estás preparándote para algo muy especial, pues ojalá y que la pases también súper especial. No tiene que ser tus cumpleaños, puede ser una boda, puede ser un aniversario, puede ser lo que sea, pero el punto es que la pases de maravilla. Pues con nada más que decir, sino darle las gracias y decirles a todos, este show repite por la noche, a las 9, y primero Dios estaremos de vuelta con ustedes mañana a la misma hora, a las 7 de la mañana. Cuídense mucho, mi nombre es Emmanuel y hasta luego todos, nos vemos mañana, primero Dios.